Crystal Palace's new 18-month loanee has made an immediate impact in South London.
Last week, Aston Villa spent £10 million to bring in Genk striker Mbwana Samatta. That's the highest fee paid so far this window, and we'll be getting more on him live from Tanzania later on.
But one club who haven't done any business yet is Manchester United, and the cracks are really beginning to show.
Once more, we greet you from a dank Old Trafford. Manchester United continue to harbour realistic hopes of reaching the Premier League's top four. Maguire. Matic. And Martial couldn't finish. It's a great intervention from Taylor. Won by me, Wood! That is a cracking finish. And Burnley score first at Old Trafford again. Wood. Rodriguez off! Screamer! Wow, he flashed that in! The fog rolls in at Old Trafford and Manchester United struggle to see where they are going next.
Well, shattered dreams for Man United of what might have been the season after that defeat. We can hear from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer now. He's been speaking today.
You know, when you start on something, you stick to that plan as, for me anyway. I'm not going to change 6 or 8 or 9, 10 months into after I got the job and start believing in a different way of doing things. So I'm going to stick to what I've been trusted to do by the club, and hopefully that'll be good enough and that they can see what we're doing is right, and just got to keep on doing. You know, it's one of these jobs that we know how football is nowadays, but all my conversations with the club have been positive.
Do you think it's about collectively holding, ignoring what's going on outside and sticking resolute?
Yeah, of course we can't react to all the noise outside. Of course, there's always going to be criticism. You've got to take the criticism of this club. You've got to be stronger mentally probably than anywhere else in the world, and that's, I feel, I am. The club is strong. The staff I've got with me, they're very strong mentally, so we're sticking to what we believe in, and I've got full faith in what we're doing.
One significant point about that defeat means that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has now lost more games than he's won as permanent Manchester United manager. They've scored 43 goals in those 32 games, conceded 43 as well, and taken just 42 points from the 32 games that they've played. Do they look as though there is progress? Do they look as though there is a plan?
No, they don't look like there's any progress. I think that when you look at some of the games they've won, they beat Tottenham, they beat Manchester City, 2 games that you, as a player, you probably can easily get yourself up for those as Manchester United because it's big games for you. But the games where I watched them against Burnley, and it was poor. It was very slow. It was very methodical. It wasn't a team that, listening to Ole and what Ole's saying about he's got faith in what he's doing, he's got faith in the team. I can't see it in the performances. I can't see it. I'm not sure are the players convinced with what he's saying, and that is what worries me. Like you see the interviews, and I'm starting to look at his interviews, and I don't believe what he's saying to a certain extent because you're not seeing it transmit onto the field. You're not seeing it.
We started off by talking about the fact that Manchester United may well need to try and bring players in this transfer window. It's not quite working out for them for whatever reason. But that's the point that you were making earlier on, isn't it, Tim, about Manchester United? I
think their recruitment's been poor. I don't think he's been dealt a good hand with that. OK, well, you could bring in Wan-Bissaka. He's played, 50 games for Crystal Palace, and all of a sudden he's a Manchester United player. Never in the past have I ever seen anything like that. You got Harry Maguire, who's come from Leicester, captain of the club now. Done OK, not great, needs a partner alongside him. Lindelof looks OK when he plays alongside him. Phil Jones looks like a disaster. Then you bring in Daniel James, he's brought in to be an impact player. All of a sudden he was the main event. I mean, he's done so well, the boy, but now he's plateaued off.
It's very comfortable for Burnley because I don't know what the plan is when they're at home.
They didn't